Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, people. Welcome back to Miss Finn's. I am your host again, Miss Finn. Thank you so much for coming in, tuning in. It's 7 o'clock today, April 19th. It is, as you may or may not know, I do celebrate Passover. So I have a little bit more enough that I'm able to go ahead and do this before I have to turn in. So, people, let's get into this. Once you make your way in, guys, thank you so much again for joining. Hey, Vonjo, how you doing, sir? I'll be dropping the link for an open panel, so I definitely want to see you up here, Vonjo. Um, I want to discuss a few things. As you saw in the title, obviously today we're going to be discussing mini camp, draft, and a few other things. But it's going to be an open panel, honestly. I know you guys miss me. I miss you guys too. But essentially, we just want to be able to talk about the Dolphins. And thank you so much for your patience, guys, because moving and getting furniture and stuff, it's a lot. It's a lot. That's all I'm gonna say. But guys, on your way in, do me a favor, hit the like button so that most people can go ahead and all people can go ahead and see us. That we are live right now. It is Miss Finn. So thank you for everybody for joining. Thank you for coming in. I do appreciate it. Make your way, like you said. Hit the like button, please. Also, too, guys, we're at 230. Yay! So the next goal is 500, but let's go to 250 first. So let's get to 250 subscribers so that way we can go ahead and climb that ladder because we want to be able to go ahead. And guys, we got to get to 1,000. That's when all the goodies open up and it'll be a lot more fun. And, I can get better stuff. So, but, I'm still riding with my flag because, I love the Dolphins. So that's not going to stop me. It's easy to gear. Anyways, but can you guys hear me? Can you please let me know if you can hear me? Because if I've been talking now for like 30 seconds and you guys can hear me, that's embarrassing, but it's okay. It happens. So let me know in the comments below. Can you hear me? Because then that way I can go ahead and adjust. But guys, again, welcome back to Miss Vince LaQuinn. Thank you so much, sir. Yes, I am here. I'm back and ready to go. I'm ready to talk about the Dolphins because, man, guys, I'm gone. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've been sleeping early. That's why I haven't been able to be on the night shows or the morning shows. It's a lot, man. Plus the holidays, it's a lot. But it's a lot of fun. So I've been catching up on a lot of dolphin stuff and there's a lot of great information. I mean, we're ready, guys. I mean, it's a lot of exciting news, a lot of exciting stuff that has happened. But I also want to hear from you guys because guess what? You guys also know all this stuff too. And I know you guys have talked to other people, and I want to get the tea as well. So definitely want to be able to go ahead and get you guys to jump on here. I'm literally gonna talk for maybe like 5 more minutes, give you a little bit of my stuff, and then I'm going to go ahead and open up the panel for everybody. But guys, as you come in again, welcome back to Miss Vince. Thank you so much for coming back. We're at 230 subscribers, so let's get to 250. If we can get that by tonight, that'd be awesome. So let's go ahead and do it. Now, what I want to go ahead and discuss, as you saw, is going to be mini camp. It's going to be very whoop whoop whoop. It's going to be important. Obviously, the draft. Obviously, we want to discuss free agency and what's happened so far. We've been talking about it for weeks now, but kind of like a recap ish. Tool, Waddle, Hill. So we're gonna talk about all that good stuff. But essentially, let's start with minicamp. Today started minicamp, so I'm gonna go ahead and give you a schedule of what you could expect. Right now, as you know, the league year started April 4th, so everybody started April 4th. We were able to go ahead and get started as a team. And right now, as far as the rest of the schedule goes, voluntary mini camp started today, guys. If you didn't know, now you know. So yeah, voluntary mini camp started today. That was pretty cool. A lot of people showed up. Most of the time, players, let's be honest, they don't want to do it. Why? Because they're getting paid way too much money to come in this hot heat, and they don't want to do it. But hey, some did. So at this point, it's going to be very, 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 very exciting to see so many people. So I don't know if you caught it. Miami and their Twitter, they definitely have had a lot of people show up, and that was very exciting too. I mean, I saw Tua, Waddle, obviously, Hill, and a few other players too. A lot of players actually. I was very shocked to see so many players there because usually they really don't want to do the voluntary stuff. But yes. today and tomorrow. It's gonna be voluntary mini camp. So that's the next what we have next in the year for us for the Dolphins. OTA, so the off season workouts. That's gonna be May 16th to the 17th. It's also gonna be May 19th. It's also gonna be May 23rd to the 24th and May 26th. And then in June, it's going to be June 6th to June 7th, as well as June 9th through June 10th. Through June 10th. So that's going to be the OTAs that we're going to go ahead and have. What are OTAs? Off-season workout, people. If you didn't know, now you know. Mandatory minicamp. That actually starts June 1st. So June 1st to the 2nd, that's going to be mandatory minicamp. They all got to show up. Some people don't when it comes to it, mostly because of contract disputes. But we've been taking care of everybody. We're going to talk about Christian Wilkins too, because I got some information I want to share with you guys as well. And then mid July, as you guys know, if you don't know again, now you're going to know, training camp is going to be early, kind of mid July. And because we do have a new head coach, the cool thing about it is that we get to start early, unlike other teams or most teams that don't have such a large change. So we're able to go ahead and start early. That's going to be mid July. I don't know the date specifically yet because it hasn't come out yet. They haven't released it, but they will be releasing it. So once they do, we'll go out here and talk about it. Aha. Let's see here. What did you say, sir? Hey, to offense, reading this fundamental, yeah, fun to mental. Learning pre-snap reads Tiger Woods, Penguin, Cheetah, and Tiger. Oops, Burrow, Bengal. Absolutely no lollipop. Okay, really? We're gonna start already? Well, hey, listen, it's Miss Fancy. You guys can come here, show your love, obviously, but also too, let's talk about the Dolphins because this is our team, guys, and we're absolutely allowed to talk about the Dolphins, what we want to say, what we expect from them as well. So that was the schedule, guys. If you didn't hear me, I just went over the schedule of what to expect for the next few weeks, the next couple months, so you know what's gonna happen with the Dolphins. As far as a recap, go back to the beginning of this of the video so you guys can see. Um, but yes, that was pretty much kind of the main thing that I wanted to initially go ahead and let you guys know real quick. Let me go over to my next topic, Christian Wilkins. People, we need Christian Wilkins. I don't care what anybody tells me. Right now, we have a deadline, May 2nd, which is in 2 weeks. May 2nd is the deadline for all teams to pick up the fifth year option for any 2019 first round picks. So what does that mean? By May 2nd, they have to decide if they're going to go ahead and do it. If the Dolphins do it, that means that he's going to get an extra $10.1 million with that contract extension, which is nice for him, obviously. But right now, for what Miami's saying, they want to go ahead and actually reach a deal and an extension. And the cool thing about it is, I mean, he's still very young. He's only 26. So if you think about it, Christian Wilkins, 26, you give him a 4 or 5 year contract extension, you're looking at what, 30, 31. And that's still pretty young. We would have gotten him for his prime. We would have also had him for when we have X and all our other players as well, like our secondary and things like that, because they're also young. So to me, it's a no-brainer. We have to go ahead and extend Christian Wilkins. First of all, he's the heart and soul of the team. Let's be honest, man. Who's besides Robert Hunt? Probably is the only other one that I can think of. Christian Wilkins is just such a ball, such a joy. Like you can tell the team, like the players love him. He's such a great guy, on and off the field, and you hear it all the time and the players love him. He's definitely a team player, and to me, he just keeps the team gelled and brings that youth into it. Even though we're very young, but he keeps it fun for everybody because it gets tough. You know what I mean? Especially when you go on losing streaks, you want somebody that can still lift you up. And Christian Wilkins is definitely one of those guys in the locker room that can do that. One cool thing, guys, he did win the Bud Light. What was it called again? It was the Celly of the year. So he won the Bud Light celebration of the year when he did the worm and he did all that once he got his little touchdown. It was really cute. But yes, he was great. So to me, I mean, he's amazing. He obviously got drafted 2019. And one cool thing that a lot of people haven't realized with Wilkins every year he's progressed. Ever since 2019, 2020, and 2021, he's progressed. Right now, last year he had 89 tackles. He got 10 tackles for loss. He also had 4.5 sacks and also had four pass breakups. So he was very productive last year. And hey Trey, how you doing, sir? Welcome. Yes, so he was very, very, very productive, and he's grown every single year. And to see him do another leap, which he's definitely gonna do, because having this continuity in the defense is gonna help Christian Wilkins. It's gonna help the secondary. It's gonna help everybody. Kind of stacks, you know what I mean? It stacks because we have that foundation, and now we're able to go ahead and have somebody like Christian to also add to it again, and really make that sandwich really awesome. So absolutely. I'm super excited to and honestly, I know that the team is trying to go ahead and give him that extension. Go for it. Because honestly, with the money and the way, let's be real, the way that Greer does contracts, we all see it. He's a genius. So even if we give him a 5-year extension, first of all, we already have this 5th year option. So really, it'll be 4 extra years on top of the fifth. Plus, on top of that, too, we're gonna be able to use and move around the cap money even longer. Where I'm sure he's gonna go ahead and do at least his first 3 years, including the extension. You know, I don't want to say fully guaranteed, but fully guaranteed. And then he's gonna want to go ahead and give us that last 2 year once he turns 30 and 31, and actually, um, give us a way out if we need it. But to be honest with you, hey, listen, it's there. It's available. Now that was a other thing that I wanted to discuss. Honestly, one other thing that I loved about Christian Wilkins too, and I'm gonna leave it at this: that he started every single game, guys. And you know me, I want players that are healthy, players that are available, players that can play. And if you're healthy and you're available and you can start every day, that's exactly what's gonna help us out. So I'm very, very excited. Now I have dropped the link, guys. So if do me a favor, I definitely want to go ahead and bring you guys on. I'm gonna drop it again one more time, so you guys can go ahead and do it. I see here. Before I get to the other topics, let's bring them on. Hey, Monty Fins, how are you, sir?
Hey, what's going on? You sound very digitized. I don't know if it's on
Oh,
my end or
are
your
you
end.
serious?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
Oh,
you sound like a computer. So I don't know if it's on my side or your side. But when I do regular chat, when I go through YouTube, you sound great. But through StreamYard, it's garbled.
StreamYard. Technology nowadays, you can't really trust it 100%. But can you at least semi understand me?
Not really. You're garbled
Man.
really bad.
Okay, let me check my settings real quick because I want to make sure that we're not gargling here. So hold on. Oh, this is probably it. Check me out. Tell me, how does that sound like? Is that better?
I logged off. I logged off and logged back in, and it's still the same thing.
Still the same?
How
Let me
do how
check.
do I sound to you?
You sound good to me. You sound
Huh?
good to me. So let me see
I don't know.
here.
Maybe it's just my side. Maybe it's my side.
Probably. Oh man, this is.
Is this better? Monty? Hello? You guys in the chat, go ahead and let me know.
Oh
Can
wow, you
you hear me
sound
clearly?
you changed something.
Is it better?
Here, let me log out, log back in.
Okay, I'll see you.
Hello, guys. See, this is why I asked you guys' help, because it happens. I'm hoping you guys can hear me. Hello? Hello? Well, look, man, I had such a great information about Christian Wilkins. This is upsetting if you guys can't hear me. Hello? Hello? Well, anyways, guys, as you can see, Monty's back. So let me see if this is just going to help.
It's
Can you
still
hear
the
me
same.
now? Well, Bola just said I sound fine now. So is it you or is it me? Because it could be just the way you hear me. Aha also said I sound good. Trey said I'm good now. Talk to me, people.
Wow. You sound perfect through YouTube.
Oh man,
So that's why I know it's got to be StreamYard.
be StreamYard, yeah. But at least you can semi hear me on YouTube, so just kind of like hear me softly over there. But talk to me. What do you think right now about Christian Wilkins?
I think I think I think he's an excellent player, and he brings another dimension to the way we play defense, and I think he's also an asset in the locker room, which is huge.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think he's got nothing but upside, especially in the scheme that we run. So, he was one of the guys that I was a little taken aback a little bit because I didn't know if he was benefiting I didn't know if he was benefiting solely because of the scheme or was he just really good? Because look,
Yep.
you got guys like, okay, just say for example, just for the sake of brainstorming, you got Aaron Donald. The guy's just a beast, regardless.
Yep.
Anywhere he goes, on the line, anywhere, he's a beast. He's a menace. He's a menace.
To
So, do we
society.
have a really guy that's really talented, or does he benefit from the scheme? So,
Well,
but I think he's talented. I think he's I call him I like to call him he's my Warren Sapp light.
oh, I love Warren Sapp. That's a great comparison.
So
Okay. Well, I think honestly, he's gonna definitely get better. He's already progressed every single year, and if you look at it, Christian Wilkins definitely um, has been able to be a fundamental piece for this defense. So that's something that I really, really, really like. Um, Now, as far as okay, so as far as free agency, let's turn the table real quick. Free agency, what have you thought of overall? I know technically it's done, but not really, but it is because I don't think they're gonna make any major moves. To be honest with you, I think they're gonna wait till the draft, and then they're probably gonna cut some. They're gonna wait for cuts. But how would you grade the so far free agency?
I think I would give it an A, mainly because
An A.
what gives it the force multipliers because we got Tyreek Hill. I mean,
Mm,
we've got a monster in the pass catches. But again, sometimes I'm the person that likes to reserve my flowers, giving my flowers until I see how McDaniel's can make all this work. Because I told everybody else on TD's channel, the question was posed, what did I think? Do I think we've gotten better? Well, and honestly speaking, we've gotten better on paper.
yep.
Conceptually, yes, for sure, we've gotten better on paper, but it's about how we put it all together. We've got all these different ingredients. Now it's time to bake the cake. You know what I mean? We've
Yeah.
got Tua, we've got Tyreek, we've got Cedric Wilson. So we've got players, but I'm just curious to see how McDaniel's puts it all together and see how Tua responds to that speed.
Ooh. But don't you think he already did that by being in Alabama though?
Well, yeah, they were but the offense was wide open. I mean, his offensive line was impeccable from tackle to tackle. He was barely touched. He was barely under pressure at all. When he was under pressure, it was due to his own doing. He would hold the ball too long. So hence the reason why he got hurt. He holds the ball too long.
Yes. And if you did see, because I did see there was one of TD's um streams like oof, maybe a month ago. He did go over and it looked like the longer that he held the ball, the worse his everything went. So I don't know. Hey Isaac, real quick, how you doing, Isaac? Welcome to the show, everybody. Real quick, Monty, give me a second. Let me say hello to Sweet Jumps. Welcome, Bowleg Trey. Welcome, guys. Definitely appreciate it. Just to run it back. Welcome, guys, to Miss Fins. I am Miss Fins. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. Do me a favor, hit the like button so more people can come. We want to get to 250 subscribers tonight, so definitely let's get us there because this is our channel. This is our team. You know, we love the Dolphins. So it's all about the Dolphins. So let's go ahead and get to let's get to 250 first because the next goal is 500, guys, and I know we can definitely do it. And I am dropping the link again because it is an open channel. So if anybody wants to go ahead and come up, open panel tonight. I am gonna be here for another I'd say like 40 more minutes till 8 because I know that some people are gonna watch the Heat game in about 10 minutes. And to be honest with you, I just really wanted to go ahead and just kind of give a recap of everything that's happened right now. So, guys, Isaac, if you want to come on, anybody, Avon Joe, sir, definitely come on. I definitely want to go ahead and keep the panel going. But back to you, Monty. As far as the team, I have to agree 100% with you. On paper, we've gotten better. Absolutely, nobody can say that. We've gotten a lot faster. I mean, I was looking at somebody that would put it on YouTube and Madden, and I think Tyreek is like a 99 speed and Waddle's like 97, 98. So we really have the fastest wide receiving core in this entire league. I've never seen a faster core ever, ever of all time. If I'm gonna be honest with you, I think this may be the fastest duo of all time. So this is gonna be so exciting because we have so much to show. I know that for us, we're gonna be a very entertaining team. This is gonna be a very fun year because we have so much speed. We have so many things happening that at this point it's all going to be, exciting to watch. Now, it's also going to be very disappointing if things don't go the way we want it to go, but I still think we're going to definitely be very exciting. And that's one thing that I like, but it is on paper. And I've said this before, and some people were like, I mean, like, what do you mean, Miss Vince? Because we have to see week one. How does this translate? Right now, I don't know if you heard Monty earlier in the stream. I actually went over the schedule, the days that are going to be coming up the next few weeks between voluntary mini camp that's coming up, OTA. Well, voluntary mini camp is today and tomorrow, but OTAs is coming up in May and June. Also mandatory mini camp in June, and then mid July, that's when we're going to have training camp. And because we have a new head coach, we're allowed to actually start training camp a little bit earlier than most teams, which is exciting. But we have to see it, guys. And some people are gonna like it. Some people are gonna be very excited. Some people are gonna be very critical. And you know what? I'm one of those critical people because I want the best for my team. It doesn't mean I'm hating people. It just means that this is what I see from the team and what I want them to do. You know what I mean? Hey, Alan Mitchell, I think this is the first time I've seen you in the show. Thank you so much. Spreading the love. I appreciate it, sir. I've dropped the link, so if you want to come up here, I'd love to go ahead and talk to you guys with Monty here, and we want to discuss the Dolphins. So let's go ahead and do it real quick. Did we get Lamar Jackson? I gotta. I give it a B. They get Lamar. I'll give it an A. Okay, so apparently Von Joe is waiting for Lamar for it to give it an A. I get it. Not everybody's gonna be graded differently. Monty, I don't know if you know this, but I got crushed a couple weeks ago when after we got Tyreek and Tehran. I think it was a week after I went on one of those Twitter spaces, which to be honest with you, they're all right, but I really don't like them. To be honest, I just feels a little negative to me. But hey, it is what it is at this point. Everybody's entitled to their own, opinion. But I did went in there. It's like they're like, take your balls, take your balls. And I'm like, my pulse is fine. Like, I'm excited, but I'm also not gonna be breaking my back doing backflips because it's just not gonna happen. People. It's gonna be. Oh, I think I hear myself. Um, Well, yeah, I'm here. Can you lower it a little bit, Monty? I know you want to hear me on YouTube here, but yeah, that's the only thing. Oh, mute yourself so you can still hear me. And then you can put it louder. Or I'll see you. I'll see you in a minute. Color, sir, welcome. How you
Good
doing?
evening, Miss Finns. How you doing?
I'm still alive, still kicking, can't complain.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I
Yes,
just got
yes.
back from dinner. I saw your
Oh, yay. Well, thank you. I appreciate you coming. I
yeah,
apologize. It's
not a
just
problem.
it's Passover for me, so I don't I got certain restrictions, so I'm literally gonna be here till like 8.
Oh well,
I'm swinging it,
happy
so
holiday to you.
thank you. Yeah, it's awesome. Love it. So but I know a lot of people
Passed you
had
right
holiday.
over, didn't it?
Yeah. Yes, I guess. Listen, like I was talking, I know that you kind of just came on, but what I was saying just before you humped on here is that I got crushed because not crushed really, because I give it to the gentlemen. They were decent, but some were still kind of a little stinger because I said I would give it a C plus B minus, excuse me, after we got to Ron and Hill because we don't know what it's gonna look like. We don't know how it's gonna gel. You know what I mean? With new head coach, new coaching staff, new offensive pieces, a new
New
O line.
team.
Not new, but upgraded O line. We gotta see it mesh. And I'm
Hmm.
not trying to say, oh, they're gonna hit it out of the park. Like, man, I'm already Super Bowl man. I already mapped. I already got my bracket ready for the Dolphins. Trust me, I'm ready for that. Super Bowl, here we come. But I still want to be able to go ahead and say that, hey, we have to see how they put it together. And some people feel like, well, I mean, I don't know if you're Jigger Balls. I was like, relax, people. Like, please. Everybody can celebrate their own way. Not everybody has to hoop and holler. But I don't
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
I saw you put here B plus. So why do you give it a B plus?
Well, I wanted to give it basically a B, but I
Mm-hmm.
think that the intention was really well thought out and with the intentions of like pleasing everybody on every
Yep.
side of the fence. So I gave it a
Seriously.
little extra plus because you know, it, I think that a couple of the moves, albeit no brainers, are just so have improved us so much. You know, despite, in spite, because of whatever you want to say about Tua, but it's just got to the point where it's bigger than one man, and so that's why it got a little extra plus from me.
Okay. Got it.
Say a
Well, I'm glad to hear.
little above average, but
A little
also
bit.
yeah, But
I get
again,
it.
like you're saying, nothing's for certain ever,
Nope.
and it's kind of like after the result, there's only two grades to give out, either A or F.
Oh yeah, passing or
Yeah.
failing. That's literally
So
it. Like you don't have nothing else.
yeah, so
Uh,
really, I think that any grade, at this point is kind of a more of a mood than anything else. Like, you're at a C, what'd you say, C plus?
I would
You
say
know,
I would say like B minus
right, right. So
because I still want to. I still feel like you could always improve. You know what I
sure,
mean?
and
In everything.
it
So
also reflects your overall feeling of what you've seen the last couple seasons. You know, your unwillingness to just jump into the Kool Aid.
deep
You know
end.
what I
Yeah.
mean? So because of what we've seen over so many years. So I think that's actually. I mean, past years, even when we've done good, I would have given us a D just because my mood was so sour.
I know.
I mean, and if we do nothing else, then yeah, it's like okay, but we did what we said we needed to do. Now, whether Tua can take advantage of that, it doesn't really matter. That's what we needed to do, and we did it. So I'm going to give an above average grade for that. You know what I mean? Something we haven't done in a while.
That is true. And you know what? It's exciting because it's something to look forward to. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, think about it. When was the last splash besides Ricky? I would say, like, major,
Yeah,
major.
and we sit here waiting with bated breath every season, like we know what we should do, and every other team is like, "Oh, scoop that guy right up," and it's like, why were we even arguing about it? And we let a guy go because we're all just too timid. Like it's as if we've been afraid of success, and I think that the moves we've made
Preaching.
this year have shown that I don't think I think we may have gotten over that finally.
You know, And I feel like that's kind of the same thing with Tua if you look at it. It's like he was afraid, although being cautious. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like because I mean, when you have that many injuries, you want to make sure you protect yourself. So I totally get it. And he just came off a career-ending injury. I will always say that and give him credit for the fact that he even put himself in a position to be drafted and actually make it happen. So props to him for that. But he always felt like he was shy and timid. And people are gonna say, "Oh, the O line was horrible," but please, people, no O line. Guess what? Our O line, which was 32nd, is still better than any O line in any college, high school, Pee Wee, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They're still
Yep.
professionals. So at the end of the day, they get paid. They may not just be the best. That's all it is.
And
Or maybe
you may be
couple.
onto something there too. Like I think it may forget all the excuses and all that. There's really one excuse that only makes sense, and it's that he was like not a deer stuck in the headlights, but like a guy trying to take a sip out of a fire hose. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah,
think that happens to a lot of people going into the league. It's basically because these guys, for them, they're transitioning where you and I, when we transitioned from that point in our life, from when we were a kid to when we were truly an adult,
yeah,
we have a lot of
exactly.
time and things, comforts that can help us deal with that and all that. They're just right at it out of college into the real world, into such a fast paced adult world that if somebody were to say to me, "Oh, well, he just had tunnel vision," I'm more likely to accept that as an excuse than all the other nonsense we've heard.
And you know what? Yeah, I understand because again, you have to also take into account, guys, injuries are injuries. We're still human. Nobody's a robot. I don't care what anybody says. I know Tom Brady has been playing for a million years, but even he has to take care of his body, and you see everything he does.
And
He
everybody
spends over
has
a
their
million
life to
dollars.
deal with.
So
We all forget. Like I keep preaching it too. Is that all these guys are adults? When we think about with their own lives, when we think about, oh, just get this guy or get that guy, or why did that guy get cut, or why did this guy, why couldn't he get this dude, or why couldn't he save this dude? It's like we have no idea. These people are like, it's like, think about your own employeeship with your own company, and how many different individuals they have to deal with, and how many, everybody
exactly.
has their own issues. I got to pick the kids up after work, and all this other stuff. And you just, it just doesn't, it's not like Madden. I mean, I don't want to
No,
I don't want to throw that insult out there because I get it thrown at me a lot when it comes to football knowledge. But when it comes to the way people want to general manage things, they really do
seriously.
act like it's a video game. It's just get this guy or get that guy, or why didn't we do this or why didn't we do that? And we don't know. Dude's mother could have just died or something,
Yeah.
we. And here with Tua, I like to say, oh, fifth overall pick, supposed to be ready and all this other stuff. Yeah, I get it, but that's an ideal world. And what we face ourselves with is a guy that maybe wasn't necessarily ready for success or adulthood, even,
Yeah.
at that level and at that fast a pace, which is more of a human issue than a football player issue, in my opinion.
Well, I like that you mentioned that last part when it comes to the fast pace and the human aspect because as I said, look, I guess Scant Dollar. Hey, welcome Scant Dollar. Facts color. Some fans think it's fantasy football. It's true. It's not fantasy football, guys. It's real lives. We're still
Yeah,
humans. We
and,
want them
and
to be superhuman, but they're still human.
Yep, and just to add one more thing to that part
Hmm.
about the humanity of it is that you know I can accept that. That's like if somebody's coming to me saying, "Look, everybody's human." Well, okay, yeah, everybody deals with things different. Everybody's human. That's something that you can actually improve upon and change. We all
Exactly.
grow up. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So it's not a case. That's why I feel a little bit of encouragement. That's where I can draw encouragement from, that things will change, that he will do for himself better, because if it is a human issue like that, then that's just takes time. That's like, we all dealt with that.
Yeah.
I'm 45 years old. I can't even imagine, like, imagine if you had all the tools in your head now that you do when you were 18. It's like, okay, yeah. Well, Everybody's different.
Exactly.
Uh, some people are CEOs of a company at 30 years old, and some of us are still flipping burgers at 50. It just is what it is.
Everybody has their own path, and I think that's something that people forget.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
well, and again, some people were destined to be burger flippers at 50, but they
Yeah.
realized what was in front of themselves. They took measures to change it. They grew, and maybe they didn't become a CEO of a company at 30, but they certainly aren't a burger flipper at 50. So I think there's a wide range, wide spectrum that anybody could fall into, and two is somewhere inside that spectrum like the rest of us. And we'll
Yeah.
find out where that really is.
And you know what? It's interesting because Aldo said he disagrees. And hey, Aldo, feel free. I've dropped the link. I'll drop it one more time because I want you guys to go ahead and come up here if we want to debate. It's an open panel, guys. We're here till 8, so let's go ahead and make it
Yeah,
happen
and
because
to AA's point, look, I don't believe none of what I just said. I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, I'm not haven't changed none. I mean, I'm still a show me the goods type of person. I believe what I see and only what I see. But I'm
but
just
at
trying to,
least you're still open.
yeah, I'm
Some
trying to
people
lend
close
some
themselves
credence to
up.
the idea that there are some things that others didn't have to deal with, or maybe they did, but they overcame easier, or we're all different. You know what I mean? It's just we're all different. And
Exactly.
AA could be right. Everything I said could be nonsense, and Tua could just be what he is. You
And you
know?
know what? It's funny because I get it from my brother, and he's like, "You just wait. I'm not a 20-year, but I just can't wait till he shows you." I was like, "Dude, I win either way."
Right.
Because at the end of the day, he does good. That means we're doing good. So I win either way. I want him to succeed. Why would I
Exactly.
not want my quarterback to succeed? That just makes zero sense. Like if you're a true fan, why would you not want your
Well, that's how
quarterback
you,
and your team to succeed? Like that makes zero sense to me.
yeah, well, that's how
And
you
some
know
people
they're
swear that's
projecting.
how we are.
That's how you know they're projecting. Because the reason they know you feel that way is because that is precisely how they would feel if they were in your shoes. And that's how they know that. That's what the essence of projection. You know what I mean?
Man,
It's not that they actually would hate Tua or not like him,
yeah.
but they would what they're thinking you're thinking is how they and their personality would think if they were in your shoes. And that's how they know what you must be thinking. You see what I'm saying? They know
Yeah.
that you're going to be celebrating if you're right.
And they
They
also assume
know you're
too.
going to be
They
celebrating the demise
assume.
of your team because they know that's precisely what they would do if they felt the way you did.
Yeah, but that makes no sense because
It's projection.
I want my team to win. Guys, I want a Super Bowl. I don't know if people realize this is the 50th year anniversary of the perfect season.
Hmm.
I still haven't really heard anybody say it. Like I've said it multiple times. This is the 50th anniversary of the perfect season, guys. I want us to
And
win. Can you imagine we win the Super Bowl? I mean, come on,
That's
man.
bothering you,
and
man.
Real
the
You
quick,
don't
irony
want
of
the
you
Henry
Super Bowl
out.
pointing
over
that
the
out,
Super
Welcome.
Bowl?
Miss. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Fins. I just want to say one
Go
thing.
ahead. Go ahead.
The irony of you pointing that out. I just read an article on the Throne about our they just issued new numbers and everything,
Yep.
and they listed everybody that had what their number was. Armstead is wearing number 72,
I know. I saw that too. I was like, did nobody catch this? Like, is nobody mentioning the fact that he's wearing 72?
and
Like, to
Craycraft
me,
and the other guy from the CFL Redmond, they're wearing 85 and 83 respectively.
I mean,
Isn't that
I'm
weird?
not trying to say nothing, but
I'm
I
telling
feel
you,
like you're
watch
in,
out for Craycraft. Watch
we're,
out for Craycraft.
we're
He can catch the
here
ball.
in the same idea because at this point, I'm ready. I'm ready for the Super Bowl. And to
But who let
me,
them two scrubs have 83 and 85? That's what I want to know.
hey, they wanted to pick it. Good for them, as long as it's not 88. Then I'm perfectly happy. But
Well,
but
85 and 83 are some pretty big shoes to
oh,
fill.
oh, absolutely. Look, we're one of a handful of teams that have made it to the Super Bowl more than once,
Yep.
more than twice,
Five
more than three
times, as a
times,
matter of fact.
4, 5 times. There's only a handful of teams that have actually made it to the Super Bowl
And it's
more than
totally
three
diminished
times,
by the fact that
four,
we're
five.
2 and 3. That's why I try to tell people, even buying a Super Bowl with somebody like Tom Brady, while normally I would hate it, in this case, 2-3 is
But look at us at 3-3, man. I'd
like
take it.
3-3 is all of a sudden relevant again. In other words, if we're 3-3 and been there 6 times, we can feel like we're not being nostalgic when we pop the champagne for the perfect season every year. Now it's getting a little
Exactly.
dated. It's like, okay, guys, we still popping the champagne. We're 2-3 in the Super Bowl. Now, if
Yeah,
we're three and
that's gonna
three,
be happy.
not just 500 record, but 6 times, that's actually legit.
It is.
I
Oh
mean,
my God, that would be so amazing. But real quick, just to go ahead and reset real quick, color, because I love our conversation right now, guys. If you're just tuning in again, welcome to Miss Finch. I'm Miss Finch. Welcome to my open panel tonight. Thank you so much. I definitely miss you guys. I'm sure you guys miss me too. But definitely, I'm so excited because we just had some great topics to talk about today. And I just want to welcome real quick, Angry Al. How you doing, sir? Monty, welcome back. How
How
you
are you
doing,
today?
Al? Good, good.
Pretty
You?
good, pretty good. Yeah,
Talk to
I
me.
just
So,
wanted
what
to
do you
tell
think?
you
Go
the
ahead.
only thing I did that comment about offensive line levels. It's
Wait. I
kind of
think
like
you cut
when
off
it
for a
comes to
second. Say
cooking.
it again.
Sorry, I'm gonna chat. That offensive line at different levels. I don't have a code. Sorry, I'm also buying for stuff. But an
Go
offensive
ahead.
line is completely different than most.
Is it me or am I getting like half of what he's saying?
no, he's breaking up.
You're
Yeah,
breaking
he's
up?
breaking up.
He's breaking up, right? Okay.
Well,
Al, you're breaking
I'll be
up.
out of
Do
here
me
in
a
a second.
favor. Can you go and come back in real quick? Because it looks like you're just breaking up and I want to be able to hear
Yeah, for
what you got
sure.
to say. Are you clear now? Are you outside so we can hear you
Um,
clearly?
now, can you hear me better?
A little bit better. Go ahead. Let's see. Let's try it
Hello?
now.
Okay, so all I gotta say is offensive line at different levels. Yeah, you're right. They probably would be one of the best offensive lines in college. But guess what? They're not going against college defensive. They're going against pro defensive line. So you could be the best in college. You're a scrub in the. You're
So,
I
ranked
think I
32nd
think I can
in the
translate.
league in blocking.
I,
yeah, go ahead,
right.
color. Go ahead.
So he's basically just reiterating the point that um, your point that college is a whole different level than the NFL. Um, but I think he was saying it to point out that. But I think in reality, it serves to further your point. What you were actually trying to say was that um, people shouldn't crap so hard on our offensive line. There's still a bunch of professionals, and the difference between them and a college offensive line is night and day. So we should probably not disrespect them even at rank 32. I think
Yeah,
is what
and
your point was.
I think he also was talking about that they're not obviously that they our offensive line didn't go against other colleges.
Right.
They're going against professionals, all the other 31 teams. So they're going to be
Had they
ranked based
gone
on that.
against college offensive lines, they would not have
Of
been ranked
course.
32. Right.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, it looks like it was just breaking up. But Monty, can you hear us, sir?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Perfect. See, I'm glad we finally got it, but
Hey,
we
how was
were
the luau, Mountie?
right.
Oh, yeah, well, hey, I saw it on television. I didn't attend.
There we go.
Awesome. Al, we got you back, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I
But
think
yeah,
I
all
think
I'm saying
we're
is they weren't good last year. They weren't good the year before. But they had no veterans, no leadership on that offensive line.
true.
I'm just
That's a
saying,
fair.
let's give the kid a chance. If
And then
I'm
when you
not
couple
2-1,
that, and then when you couple that with a very inexperienced coaching staff, that's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, but we also have to think. I mean, and this I will say, two things. It's a twofold. One, they're still rookies too, guys. So if you want to give the kid a chance, give the offensive line a chance too, because the offensive line had what, three rookies, a second year, and then a third year guy. So it was a very young offensive line. So to your point, Monty, yes, a young a young coaching staff, young offensive line, young QB.
Yep, and we
Obviously, they're gonna
traded
need
the
some
one guy that's not.
growing pains.
Right, we
Exactly.
traded the one
So,
guy that doesn't have that excuse. So that's,
so
that
But
was the right move.
it's gonna be growing pains. They're not gonna be perfect. They're not gonna gel all at once. Hence the
Of
one
course
and
not.
seven seven. You know what I mean? But if you're gonna give the kid a chance, you also gotta give the O line a chance too. And that's where I am. I'm 53. It's all about the 53, not one player. It's all about the 53. We're going to give Tua a chance to go ahead and build upon what he's already done in this last 2 years. You got to do the same thing for the offensive line because, again, they're rookies, guys. So we gotta give them the opportunity to go ahead and do that too. And let me bring
Hey,
on Shake
that's
and,
Money, sir.
and
Welcome, welcome.
you just pointed out the
Hey, what's
reason I
going on,
gave the
man? How
plus.
y'all
That
doing?
was the actual reason for the plus, by the way, on my B. Sorry.
Oh,
so
Go ahead.
okay,
hey,
cool.
so can someone please clarify for me?
Hmm.
Rook Tua's rookie season, we drafted Austin Jackson, but we also drafted Solomon Kinley. If I'm
Hey,
not
Right.
mistaken,
Benogany.
if I'm not mistaken, Solomon Kinley had a decent first year. He
He
had a
did.
pretty solid
Yeah.
first year. I don't know what I don't hear his name in any conversations anymore as being on the line anymore. I don't understand.
Well, it looks like from what we were told, he came into camp this past year out of shape, not really fully committed, and also too, what was it? There was something else that he did that Coach Flo pretty much essentially benched him. He wasn't a professional according to what at least what I heard because of the way that he presented himself to the team, and because of that, he essentially got benched for the year. That's really what happened. But to me, yes, that rookie year, he's going to be a great backup, and I want him to continue to get better and to actually have more playing time. So
I will have to say, I agree. He is a good player, but the unfortunate truth is he doesn't fit the scheme anymore.
oh, I'm hearing feedback. Somebody got feedback. Let's see here. Okay, well, look, Aha just said if Tua has what is it? If Tua is a hit, we got two first rounders next year. If he gets it, we are in real good shape. 100%, because that's another thing people forget. We still have our first two rounds. So we want to be able to go ahead and see what he's got. Because can you imagine, guys, where we are right now? Tua balls out, and then we don't even need to trade for any QB. We can just go ahead and shore up the offense even more, shore up our backups even more, shore up our defense even more. Maybe we could even get. I mean, to me personally, I think we already have replacements for, let's say, like Byron, and a few other players are a little bit older. But guys, two first round picks, and Greer, he's probably gonna want to come back and maybe even trade out of those and then go ahead and pick even more players. So Tua balling out is going to be the best thing for this team. Now, I will post this question, which I put it before, and I don't know if you guys saw it because I know some of you guys came in a little bit later, but I want to see what you guys. Cole already got yours. You said B plus, but what do you guys in the panel, real quick? What do you think of free agency so far, and what would you grade it?
Hmm.
You can go
I'd
ahead,
probably
Monty.
say B. Oh, sorry.
No,
I
go ahead. Go ahead.
I would say an A.
A name?
I would say an
Okay.
A.
How about you,
I'd
Al?
probably say B plus.
B plus?
Yeah.
Okay, Shake Money. What would you grade free agency so far? You're muted. You're muted. Let me unmute you here. Hello.
A minus,
Okay. What would you rate it?
A minus, A,
A
around that
minus
age.
A. Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to hear from all three of you. Al, go first. Why do you give it an A or B plus? I think you said.
Well, yeah, I said B plus. That honestly is because they shored up a lot of the holes that we had, and like I said, that offensive line needed some vets. It needed somebody to teach these young guys
Yep.
the ropes because that is a very technical position that has to do with supporting everybody on the line.
Okay.
So that has that's a big deal. They finally are going to give Tua a few seconds to actually pass the ball. You gave him weapons to throw the ball, and you gave him a running back who, if you don't respect the pass, or if you take too much respect on the pass, he can hurt you on the run. And the defense, we kept everybody.
That
If
is true.
Emmanuel Ogba went to a different team, that team would be saying that's a probably a B plus A pickup. So we
Well,
gotta think
yeah,
about it that way.
that is true. Okay. Well, I like that. I like that the fact that you think that what they shored up is the reason why you give them a B plus, and I agree. Shoring up what we have is exactly what we, in my opinion, what we need. Now, can we do more? Absolutely. And I'm gonna go over that in a second, but definitely for sure, I think that that's what we need. We needed to at least do. So right now, Monty, you go. Tell me why you give them an A minus.
Uh, I give them that grade because we have a staff, an experienced coaching staff that can actually do teaching instead of facilitating. There's a stark difference between the two. I can tell
True.
you to go out there and throw on receiver X to throw a dig route. Well, but I can also get you in the film room and chalk talk and give you all the theory as to why what we're doing and based on what this look is. This I think we got those kind of guys. Okay. And then secondly, some of the players that we've got are clearly a cut above what we have. Clearly superior talent. Okay. And then to
Agreed.
top it off, last but not least, you got Mike McDaniels, who if because we got to remember they say, oh
Hmm.
well, he's an offensive genius. Well, we got to remember Kyle Shanahan is the offensive coordinator as well. So they could have, they could be over embellishing his skill set, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll definitely be able to see for sure. So I agree. So right now, who am I missing? Shake Money, right? Shake Money. Tell me why you give them an A minus. A.
Uh, I think because they addressed the offense. They left the defense that was nothing wrong with. They didn't fix what was broken on the defense and left everybody there. So now, because camaraderie is what is gonna take time. So now they can hit the ground. That defense and the style of defense they try to run, it takes time to gel. So now that they gel, they can hit the ground running with the defense, and they short up on offense. All right, now I think, but there's one thing that kind of drives me crazy with this coach. We have the best coaching staff so far, and we even haven't paid it down yet. Because at the end of the day, at the end of the day,
Seriously.
you can get the best builders in New York. You take them to the rainforest, they're not gonna build a skyscraper. You know what I
Nope.
mean? So it's funny is they soup up this offense, and of course you're gonna get better. I say I've always said if this offensive staff was as great as they said that is, they would have left the offensive alone and coached up what we had last
Coach them
year.
up. I would have to agree. Yeah, that would definitely be a real testament to their coaching because anybody can bring in a player. Their skills that you can get them better because you've already played with them. But actually, coaching up a player that you really don't know, that you may have an idea that you can possibly get more out of, but you don't know. That's where you see the true coaching, like the elite coaching, in my opinion. So I have to agree with you, Shake Money. I mean, me personally, like I said earlier, I give it B minus B, a solid B, because I still need to see week one. I need to see it together. Now, being that we talked about what they've done so far in free agency, real quick with the draft, we already know we only got 4 picks, guys. We got the third rounder, the fourth rounder, and 2 sevenths. So we essentially have nothing. I mean, let's be honest. That's why I haven't done any drafting, because we don't have a draft. Now, can things change? Obviously, but I don't think. I mean, the draft is coming up so quick that I don't think that they're gonna really do anything else. But right now, in my opinion, the biggest needs. I'm still gonna say it. I've always said this, and you guys have heard me here, Miss Fins, and in other platforms. A veteran tackle, right tackle, and a veteran center are my two biggest ones. And then I also want to see a middle linebacker and an inside linebacker. So to me, those are the biggest needs that I think we can at least get depth. Maybe in the third and fourth round. I don't know about the seventh. Seventh is, like a throwaway. But as far as the third and the fourth round, those 2 picks, I think we could definitely go ahead and get that depth. So I want to be able to go ahead and do that. And let me welcome real quick Von Joe, sir. Welcome to the stream. I see you sipping some wine, sir.
Yes, just had some. My wife made me a lovely dinner, so just had some Riesling to wash it down.
Oh, really
Where's
good.
Riesling from?
Riesling?
I'm a wine geek, by the way.
This Riesling, actually, so me and my wife is actually part of a wine club at Cooper's Hawk, right? So we usually get bottles, like we get 2 bottles every month, and it was like 3 months that we didn't go get our bottles, so they just collected.
Do they show you like what wines to have with what meals,
Compare it.
like they do at
Yeah,
Total Wine?
yeah. They
Yeah.
also,
Right.
because part of the club is wine tasting. So when you go there for the wine tasting, they have what do people call it, a Marcier or
Wine stew.
those wine. Yeah, the sommelier, the sommelier or something like that.
Sommelier.
Yeah, the sommelier. They tell you the history of the wines and tell you the history of the grapes, like the
I'll
old
take 2
Vinzit.
more tastes of that one right there. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, so by the end of it, that's literally what you
I'm
sound
not
like.
so
Like,
sure it tastes good.
at that point, you're just drinking just to drink.
No, but I'm a
That's
wine geek,
hilarious.
by the way. So just so you know, I'm
Oh, yeah.
learning about wines.
Oh yeah, wine has become my thing. Once I joined that club, wine has become my thing.
That's awesome. So let real quick,
We're all
because
connoisseurs of something, right?
hey, wine is very delicious. I love Moscato, so that's my go-to. But recently, it's very good too. Now,
Oh
real
yeah.
quick, Von Joe, since I got you here, 2 questions. One, what would you grade the off season? I know you put it in the comment section, but I want to hear
I
your
was like,
why.
right?
Because you
I was
put
gonna say
you put B. Let
we
me
didn't
see
get
here.
Lamar Jackson
Yeah,
yet.
we
So
so
but
elaborate,
just
sir, real quick.
I know, but before everybody lose their minds, right? About me saying we didn't get Lamar Jackson, they're like, "Oh my gosh, he's a Tua hater. Oh my gosh, there you go." So it was a joke because at the end of the day, yes, I think Lamar Jackson is a better quarterback. Argue me if you want. It's just facts. But it's because I say a B overall because one, we still have issues that we didn't address. We still have issues at the center position. We still don't have a backup center, right? And Dieter is still our center. I'm not saying
Yep,
Dieter can't get the job done, but if Dieter goes down,
we are.
now what? Now what? Right? Two,
Yeah.
last time I checked, Landon Roberts is still my starting middle linebacker, right?
And Landon Roberts, you mean?
Yes, yeah, whatever his name is. I was hoping on his last show, Batman, took him out to the trash, the wasteland, along with his fridge, or his washer. But no, he's still on our team. Because at the end of the day, reason why I say Orlando Roberts is so useless is because how many top tier quarterbacks do we have in the AFC?
At least 10.
How many top tier? How many of those top
Minimum
tier?
8.
How many of those top tier quarterbacks are we gonna play? Right. So
Like
those
6
top
of
tier
them? 7
quarterbacks,
of them?
exactly. They're not gonna run the ball. They're gonna pass it, and we know Landon Roberts is absolutely trash. Barbecue chicken on pass plays. So those quarterbacks
Big
are
fact.
literally exactly those quarterbacks, those running backs coming out of those out the backfield, those tight ends are looking at Landon Roberts and they're licking their fingers because right now he is barbecue chicken. All right, and that's whether you want to do it Texas style, you want to do it St. Louis style, You want to do it Louisville style? Listen, it's all barbecue chicken, okay?
That's
Sauce or
hilarious.
no sauce, right? So that's why I gave it a B because we still got those glaring holes that I need addressed.
Okay.
Mm.
No, and I
Hey,
agree.
guys,
Like I
no.
said, the center and
But
the right tackle important for me still.
but I said we'll get an A with Lamar Jackson because one, no matter who you put at the center
Uh,
position, Lamar Jackson will be fine because he knows how to extend the play and he could throw it from different angles and he has a cannon for an arm. I don't care. Again, argue if you want. The proof is in the pudding.
But
Two,
I want to address you something real quick, please.
go ahead, brother.
You know what? I was listening to Steve's show the other day, and I wanted to get on, but I'm actually working while so I can't really get on. And you know what I
Bro, I'm
find
working right
interesting?
now.
I know, but, I'm saying, but here it is. This is what I want to talk to you. You know
this
what
is
I find
fun for me, not
interesting?
work.
What's up?
What I find interesting that the people that were bashing Lamar Jackson to you on that morning show, they always
Mhm.
say, "Man, I hate these lazy media takes on Tua about his arm and this and that." They're doing the same thing on Lamar Jackson.
Saying that he's an
He,
athlete,
he,
he can't run
yeah,
this offense, right?
yeah, exactly. They never watch all of Lamar Jackson's games to make that evaluation. All they're doing is
Nope.
going off the talking points.
The same 3 highlights they find on YouTube that everybody else has seen. That's
And the
pretty
thing
much
is,
what they look at.
I sit there and say, yo, the man was the MVP of a league for a reason. And people say, oh,
Wasn't it
they just gave it to
year
him that
two?
year. They keep saying,
His second
yeah, but
year,
they
if I'm
keep
not
saying
mistaken.
the argument people try to say is that it was a lazy year or it was a bad year, and there was nobody
He's
else to give it.
MVP because he's a
Nobody
better
else,
running
and you.
because he's a better running back than Barry Sanders, and he's got an arm as strong as Brett Favre. He
Thank you.
may
I'm
not
like,
be able
listen,
He
to
the
just
man.
can't.
tighten
At
the
times he
throw
can't
up,
put it
but
together. That's it. Yeah. At times he can't put it together. Let's be real. But if you're gonna tell me here that he's not athletic enough to do both, then I don't know what you're seeing because he does,
Because
and
I was
that's
like,
the
last
scary part.
year, the only time we beat Lamar Jackson was last year, and again, that whole Baltimore team was decimated.
Yes, they were.
Besides that,
Yes,
Lamar Jackson has whooped our tail over and over and over again. And
put
off
a
that
I
one
mean, you
win,
can make
burger
this.
on it.
You can
off
make the
that
same
one win,
argument for Allen, Josh Allen too. I mean, now Lamar to me way more athletic than Allen. But look at both of them. Allen runs just not as much, but still runs a lot for a QB.
Allen
He
is
does
their
have a
only
and
cannon.
running
and
back.
and
Allen
not
is the
and
running
not
game for Buffalo. there's
and,
He
no
is.
running back
He's their
in
leading
Buffalo.
rusher. I think last year he was their leading rusher as the
Yeah.
QB.
Who else is going to run the
That's
ball over there?
look. I'll say real quick. Watch Tua's tape. Oh, watch Tua's tape. I don't understand the conversation. Just call it how you see it. Trash. Give me Taylor Heineken.
Okay, that guy is tripping.
Heineke. Well, first of all, I love Taylor Heineke, so I'll totally take him as a backup.
No,
Like for
Von
me,
Joe, he's not
love.
tripping. He's
But
dripping.
he's
he
dripping.
must, you know what? He must have had a Heineken already. He must have had a few Heinekens for him to get
No,
that tape.
Von Joe, you don't recognize it? It's drip, bro. It's big drip.
Oh, free
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
He's been changing names every couple weeks lately.
Why?
I don't know because he does. He wants to be original. He don't want
Yeah.
nobody to pin him down with a moniker.
But
with
yeah,
that, with that
Now
take,
he's double A drip.
yeah, with that take, yeah, he had a few Heinekens.
for sure.
But I tell you what, when it all comes down to it, he's man out of everybody we all know. He ain't backing down on the hate, man.
Hey.
Well, it's not the hate. He's just very critical, and I feel like people need to go back to guys. You being critical does not. Now, let me be honest. Some people straight up hate. Like, hey, there's nothing you can do about that.
Miss Fins, I'm gonna
But
go off camera
most
for a
people
second
do.
because I got some
Go ahead.
business to handle. So I'll be back.
Go go ahead. Go ahead. But it doesn't mean that you are a hater. It just means you're highly critical. You want them to get better, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, Shake Money, real quick. When
What's
it
up?
comes to because I now and I want this to be it for two because I want to go with the Waddle and Hill. I want to talk about that too. Like with Tua itself, give me two things and only two things that you want out of him that you want to see this year for you to be okay with him and
Uh,
and even give him an extra year.
I'm already okay with him. But number one, um, Audible is a big one. Audible before pre-snap, his pre-snap. You know what I mean? Not be afraid to, and two, which is in my opinion, not not in a disrespectful way, but not be afraid to rip into the players and get them focused. Say, hey, like how Tom Brady does and how Dan Marino used to do. You know what I mean? Like I said,
Yeah.
not in an a-hole way, but take leadership. Because to be honest with you, the physical attributes once he does that, once he does the pre-snaps and take charge and get everybody focused, that all that physical, I already seen the good physical from him. So I think that's what I need to see.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I like that. Definitely much love, Breezy. Thank you for joining, guys. If you can do me a favor, hit that like button so more people can come on. We're gonna be here for a few more minutes because I think this is a fun topic for us to have, and I appreciate everybody in here. Again, this is Miss Pins. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have all you guys here. Uh, look, you got a fan. Tell them about it, Shake. It's true. I mean, right now, I agree with both of the takes that you just made there. You want him to take leadership, take ownership of this team, which I agree. That's your job as a QB. Whether you're a soft talker, you have to be the big dog. You have the most important position, which it's the QB. So you have to do that. And audibling, him knowing his place, I'm 1,000% with you on that one. Because I get it. You've had 18 offensive coordinators and 16 different offenses. If we all want to go exaggerating, that's what people essentially are
And can I say
saying.
something real quick?
But
Let me
go
say
ahead, go
real
ahead.
quick for the record. They asked Saban. Tua had like three different offensive coordinators in Alabama. He says, did that affect him any? He says, just because we have three different offensive coordinators doesn't mean nothing because we have the same playbook no matter who the offensive coordinator is. They may have a few wrinkles here and there, but just because I have a different offensive coordinator, the game plan doesn't change. So that's a big myth that I want people to realize that has nothing. Mana no tiene que ver nada con la hermana. Tú sabes, so nothing has to do with anything. But go ahead. That's all I wanted to say.
Well, that's a great take because a lot of people don't realize, like, yeah, we do have, but I'm sure the Dolphins have a set, playbook. And then obviously when the offensive coordinators come in, they add to it, or bring in their little flavor into it to, spruce it up, if you will. But Bleezy says Tua about to come in boss mode. He needs to come in boss mode, and that's
I
what we're
agree.
saying. He needs to because that's what I was saying. That was what one
What,
of the things I
Scotty?
was yelling last year. Man, he needs to take like I keep saying. I don't know if you guys can see it, but he needs to ride this dolphin all the way up to the Super Bowl and just take charge because man, like this is his team. This is Tua's team. Period. I love the fact that we got Teddy. We need him. Somebody that I feel like if Tua goes down only for injury, he can come in and actually win us a game or two. So thank God. But at this point, if Tua gets hurt and he's out for 3 or 4 games, I'm sorry. 1 year, 2 year, okay. 3 years in a row, and you're out multiple games. I might have to call it. I may have to call it on Tua, and he may have to get that sticker that says that
Return to
he's
sender.
yes. Yeah, it's true though. You have to also take care of your body too, obviously. And we all see him in these little perform videos, but at the end of the day, he needs to take care of his body, but he also needs to make sure that he's available. If you're not there, I promise you guys, and I have full faith in what I'm about to say, so listen. If Tua would have been in at least 2 out of the 3 games, or 3.5, or 4 games, pretty much that he missed, if he would have actually started those two, at least two, we would have been in the playoffs, guys.
See
We
that?
would have been in the playoffs.
See that? Think I'm gonna recycle.
Him not actually being in the playoff and not being available killed us. Like it absolutely killed us.
Well, he didn't show up in Tennessee. He only had win one game. One game.
You know what? And there's a super conspiracy theory. Everybody's like, because I know Mike gets sexy. Who is that? Color. Who's that lady
That's
with the
Major
giant?
League Baseball's very first female on-field coach with the San Francisco Giants, Alyssa Nackman.
Congratulations!
That's what's up.
Yay! That's awesome. What up, lady? How you doing? We're here.
Hey,
Like
Waddle's got the first
Yeah, I didn't
female
mean to
GM.
interrupt.
So
I was just throwing it up there for the next round.
hey, listen. Same thing with Isaac. Subscribe to Miss Fins because I am one of. I don't think I'm the first, but if you want to give me the title, I'll take it. A woman built,
content creator,
but
the first female content creator.
yes. Oh well, content. There you go. Then I'll take it for sure. But no, at this point, it's his team. He needs to take the bull by the horn. We would have been in the playoffs had he not been injured last year. And yes, we all know what happened. Come on, let's not pretend like we don't know. We know what happened. But at the end of the day, he needs to still be available. So that's for me. That's for Tua. Now I want to go real quick, guys, and talk about because I think this is something that's important. Guys, Hill and Waddle. Everybody's saying, "Oh, Hill's gonna be number one. Hill's gonna be number two, or whatever." Who do you think is gonna be wide receiver one? And who do you think is going to have the most yardage and impact on the team? Let's start with Shape Money real quick, and then Monty, and then Color.
Um,
Between Waddle and Hill.
between Waddle and Hill.
One of them is going to be wide receiver
I'm
one and wide
gonna
receiver
still
two.
say Waddle. I'm gonna say Waddle because at least this year because of the chemistry. At the end of the day, last year, 2 years ago, Tom Brady, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, had struggled with two of the best wide receivers in the NFL because of the timing issue. So, being that Waddle and Tua had that connection, there's an advantage. So he's going to be hitting Waddle early on, and I think maybe after week 8, then I think you're going to see a lot of explosive connections with Hill and Tua because they're trying to get their chemistry down packed. So I'm gonna have to give it to Waddle.
Okay, so one wide receiver one is going to be Waddle, and it looks like Bleezy, I love you, man. Thank you so much. You're the best. He said Waddle will be first option in my opinion, and you know what? I get it, and Shake Money, you kind of just already said it because of that continuity. I mean, technically they've been playing what for 5 years now. They played what? Oh no, wait. Yeah, like 4 years now, at least 4 years, 4 or 5 years. They've been playing between college and professional. So it makes sense that he would be wide receiver one. So I definitely absolutely understand it. So Monty, what about you? Who do you think is gonna be wide receiver one and wide receiver two? But before you go, real quick, AJ Espinosa happened. Now Kenton Von Miller coming with AJ. I don't know about that. I don't know if you know. Wait, didn't Von Miller go to
The
the
Buffalo
Bills?
Bills.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you're trolling it. Aha, you're messing with me, sir. We're gonna push past that one. Go ahead, Mountie. Who's gonna be number one?
I think Waddle's going to be number one, primarily like you guys, like you stated before, because of his familiarity with him. We saw last year he was Tua's number one target. He's familiar with him. They're in sync with one another already. And then, of course, Tyreek Hill is probably going to be. Well, to be honest with you, I does it have you? So when you ask that question, does it have to you choose between Waddle and Tyreek Hill?
No, I mean, I guess technically you can go ahead and pick
I
any
think
wide receiver, but I just feel like they're gonna be the top two.
I think Waddle is going to be. I think Waddle is going to be number one option, but I think don't sleep on Gesicki. I'm telling you that right now. When you got that much speed on the field, the middle of the field will be wide open.
Excuse me, sir. Did you just tell me not to sleep on Gesicki?
Not
I feel like I'm Gesicki's number one fan, and everybody knows it. So,
Gesicki's going to eat real
He
good
said,
this
"Don't
year.
sleep on him, Miss Fins,
I know,
not with
I know
him."
it. Obviously, he's married. Gosh, man.
Yeah, so
Gesicki
2022.
is gonna be wide open.
That's 22. I mean, what's
Look,
that mean?
he's gonna
stop it,
be.
okay?
I think he's gonna eat real well this year.
I agree, and you know what? Aha said it earlier. Gesicki should wear 7 or 11 because he will be open 24/7. Yeah, he is. That middle is gonna open up so much because, guys, when you have speed at each end and you don't know what they're gonna be doing, you can't double team any of our speedsters. And if you do, you're screwed because you have the other one. But then you have Gesicki. And then don't forget, guys, we have extremely fast running backs. People keep forgetting that. Chase Edmond, Armstead, those two, oh my god, this is insane. They're gonna be running so many different types of routes. I think the way, just to simplify for Tua, is they're gonna have a lot of similar looking plays that will have a lot of different options. And that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna have, I don't know how many, obviously you can run, I mean, you can run 90 plays in a game. I don't think they're gonna run that many, but you know what I mean. They're gonna have a large number of plays for Tua to go ahead and use because of all the pieces we have. But you're gonna see a lot of them kind of like last year, they're gonna look similar, but then you just don't know what's going to happen. So you're not going to know who's going to be open, who's not going to be open, because obviously defenses don't know what you're going to be running. They can guess, but that's all they can do. And this is going to be crazy this year. And look, Bleasy says Mike G has potential to put up crazy numbers this year. I agree. And it's in the
I
best
think.
interest for the Dolphins to have him ball out, because if they do, two things will happen. One, his stock will go up. You know what I mean? And two, either you can choose to pay him or use him as a trading chip. And you can automatically go, from maybe getting a third to maybe getting a second and a third, or you might even be able to get a first and a third, or a first and a fourth. You know what I mean? So getting his stock up is going to be great. Yes, you're going to have to pay for him, but you may be able to use him as a great bargaining chip. And this is coming from his number one fan. So, yeah, I
I
tell you.
don't. I
But go
don't
ahead,
think.
Mountie.
I don't think. I just really don't think. Uh, uh, to be honest with you, I think we're probably the fastest team collectively in the league because you got Raheem Mostert and Chase Edmonds and Tyreek Hill and Waddle and Cedric. Those guys collectively, I think we're probably the fastest team in the league. And then see, we're gonna see we have the type of speed where we can kind of dictate the pace.
Yep,
See, we can
exactly.
dictate the pace and we can control what you do on defense. See, when you have that kind of speed, see, it changes how they play. They have to be in nickel all the time to deal with the speed. That's what New England. That's what New England did against us when we had when Adam Gase was here. We had some speedsters everywhere with Albert Wilson and all those guys. So they had to play nickel the whole game. So that's where your running backs are going to be wide open, one on one.
Oh gosh. As long as I don't see this, guys. If I see another screen pass in our end zone from Tua to any of our players in the end zone, I'm gonna snap. That's all I'm saying. We all saw that Waddle throw that made zero sense. First of all, he took forever to go ahead and you already knew what he was doing. You stared him down the entire time, and then you didn't even throw it to him till after the defender was close enough to tackle. Like, horrible, but that's in the past. Moving forward, yes. Between these speedsters, plus you have Gesicki in the middle, plus don't forget we still have Smythe as well. We also have the running backs. This has to be the fastest team of all time. I even can't think of a faster team. I can't. I mean, come up with another team all time that was faster than what we have right now. At least
I,
paper wise.
well,
At
I'll tell
least
you what,
paper wise.
close. Who was close? The closest was I would say Indianapolis Colts when they had Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne and Edgerrin James.
Okay, they were very fast.
They were pretty quick to be on the field at the same time.
Okay. That's probably the only thing that I can think of, or technically that you can think of, because I
Nolan,
can't
what
think
do
of
you think?
anybody else. Who would you say as another team?
The Oakland Raiders at one time had Tim Brown and Rocky Bishmael on their team. That's pretty fast duo right there.
And Bo Jackson, did he? They had Bo Jackson.
Bo could have been there maybe at, I don't know if
Maybe at the tail end or something like.
I don't know if Raghib was there when Bo was there. I think Raghib might be a little younger. Never did anything,
Oh yeah,
but man, he was fast.
They didn't have Bo Jackson. They had Napoleon Kaufman. I remember him.
Right.
That dude was lightning
wasn't
in
no
a bottle.
slouch either.
How about when Randy Moss and Dante Starworth? Those are two speed demons. Dante Starworth was fast.
We haven't seen our team play yet, but where would you guys rank that duo between Hill and Waddle and the all-time fastest team? To be
Well,
honest,
Hill's about fast enough for for all the pairs by himself.
that's hilarious. Okay, but
At
as
least
a
game
pair,
speed,
where do you rank them? 1 through 5. Who do you think is the fastest, and then go down based on the ones that we just spoke about?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go first because I got to run to go do show prep.
Go ahead.
But I would say probably I mean, it's hard to really, without looking at the numbers, we just have to go with them number one at this point. I mean, because you got the whole entire backfield too of speed. You know,
That's the
plus you
thing,
got
because it's not just two
Cedric
players.
Wilson ain't no slouch either on speed. You know, this guy Redmond's pretty quick.
Listen, I think honestly, because we have not just the wide receivers, but also the running backs too. And guys, people forget Gesicki ran a 4.5, guys. He's and remember he's already was 4.65. So being that big and he's running that fast. I mean, we have an overall fast team. So I have to give it to this team because other teams of all time have had maybe 2, 3 players max. We can easily say we have at least 5 speedsters. At least 5 speedsters in this team. That's insane. And I haven't seen that before. Like that would be amazing. I mean, I don't know. It's exciting. That's all.
It's
That's all
gonna
I
be
think.
like trying to catch rabbits in South Florida in the sugarcane fields.
Or ducks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh well, no, rabbits are faster. So yeah. My God, that's gonna be.
Especially after they got smoked out of the sugarcane fields, they're even faster.
Oh God, yeah.
The
But
rumor is
honestly,
that that's what they do with the Glade Central backs and receivers. After they burn the sugarcane fields, they send them all out there to chase rabbits. That's why they're so agile. Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Von Joe, you don't know what you're talking about, sir. Gesicki is not considered a speedster. Leave me alone, okay?
Case in point,
4.5.
Glade
4.5 for
Central was
tight
the
end.
team that Fred Taylor went to.
Oh, nice. Look at that.
Yeah.
Man, we just breed football players. This is the best state for football players. I don't care what anybody says. No,
Now, don't forget though, Fred Taylor was part of that 62-7 beatdown that Jacksonville gave it.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
And he was a former Gator too, so
Yeah,
Oh
and he was
my
a Gator.
God.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was
Yeah.
horrible.
listen, it's not just because I like him, okay? Gesicki actually has a 4.5. Check his numbers, sir. So he gets in there.
But
Okay?
that all being said, Fred Taylor is pure 5'6", man. All 5'6" up here.
And look how
I'm just
fast he was.
I'm just overwhelmed. I just want to see the scheme. What this scheme is gonna look like. The pieces in this scheme. Look at San Francisco's offense and put Tyreek Hill and Waddle and Gesicki and all those in the same system.
That's the part that's
I
gonna be
think the
insane.
offense is gonna look a lot like
And to
theirs.
tell you the truth, for normal situations, I'd probably take Jimmy G, but for this particular style and offense and pieces we got, I don't want Tua going nowhere if the trade-off
Tua
is
all
Jimmy
day.
G, man. You know,
Tua all day. Oh,
that's that.
I will take Tua over Jimmy G any day because at
With
least
the way
Tua
we
still
got things
has an
constructed now.
upside.
I mean, if
He
you're
still has
talking
an
about
upside.
last year's team, obviously, I think Jimmy G probably could have got us 1 or 2 more wins, but
Hmm.
nah, it's a different ball game now. I mean, honestly, even if Tua is bad, he's still tailor made for what we're about to do in comparison to Jimmy G.
Ugh, this is gonna be insane. Like
No
the way
pun
that we
intended,
have
by
it.
the way, tailor made. You know.
Yeah, I see that. But honestly, that this is gonna be insane, and the scheme I feel like that's gonna be exciting. That's why I say they have to give us at least, I would say, minimum three primetime games. Minimum. They gave us two last year. Now I think we're gonna get, honestly, I think we're gonna get four, but at least three they're gonna get us. Watch. There's no way they don't get us more than three or less than three primetime games because guys, everybody wants to see this. I don't want to call it the circus, but the zoo. Everybody wants to see the zoo. You know what I mean? They want to see all these guys.
Well, not only
It's
that, but Tyreek plays in prime time. That's what he does. You know.
And
that
see,
that
I'm
would be
telling
amazing.
everybody, everybody's thinking, everybody's anticipating all these long passes, these long balls to Tyreek Hill. No, he actually excels underneath yards after the catch. That's where he excels.
Yeah.
And don't be
Hey,
surprised if we see him run the ball a little bit too, because
You know,
hey,
hey,
my
you guys know what Fred Taylor's hometown nickname is?
what?
Fragile Fred.
What? That makes
Fragile
no
Fred.
sense. That makes no sense. But that's hilarious, though. Listen, guys, I'm actually gonna go because again, like I said, it's Passover for me, so I need to take
I
care of
got
some
you.
stuff. But I do want to hear final words, color, before you leave. I'm take you first since obviously
Sure.
you gotta go. But give me your final words, guys. Overall, what we talked about, obviously, Tua, Hill, Waddle, free agency, the draft. What give me an overall of what you're thinking when it comes to that.
Well,
All
first
right,
of all,
color.
thanks
Before
for
you do color, all
sure.
right, before you do, I just want to say something to you real quick. Yeah, because your streams usually late night commentary is usually on past my bedtime, so I'm in sleep. I just want you never see me, but I just want to let you know that I appreciate the hell out of your content and I enjoy it 100%, and keep up the good work. And I genuinely appreciate what you're doing. Thank you.
The feeling's
Yeah, and
mutual. I
catch the
appreciate the
replay too.
sentiment. I've
And
told
please,
you
guys.
I can't tell you enough how it humbles me to know that somebody listens to me in syndicate driving to work in the morning. You know what I mean?
Oh,
That
I
that
do.
just
I do too.
that's so humbling and so flattering. You don't even realize. I
And
can't even
guys,
express to you my thanks enough for that. You know what I mean?
before you go, color, please, 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 guys, do me a favor. Besides liking my channel and subscribing, because we want to get Miss Vince to 500, but let's get us to 250 first. Please go ahead and check out Color Commentary. He is the man. I mean, every night over there at the Finn's tailgate, these boys are doing a phenomenal thing between Mike and Mike, Capitan, Tonk Tuesday. I know you guys have such a great lineup every night, bringing phenomenal content. We need to continue to get these guys. We already got them to 1,000. Let's get them to 2,000 because you guys are amazing. And color, you specifically, you came out of nowhere, sir, and you just blossomed. And
I
I love
appreciate
it
that.
because honestly, I love your take, and you definitely have that radio voice because I could never talk like I can't even. I try, but it doesn't
And
work.
likewise, Miss Finns, what you're doing here is absolutely awesome. You're going to be able to You're going to be able to take that moniker, that female moniker, all the way to the heights. You know what I mean? So
Oh, I
you're
can't wait.
breath of fresh air. I love coming onto your shows. I think it's great what you're doing, and you're actually outpacing me on your own personal channel right now. By the way, I mean I split a lot of my time with the Finns tailgate, and so I kind of neglect my own channel a little bit, but yeah. So
Subscribe to Color, guys. Colorcom. Follow him on Twitter. Colorcom. Right, it's on your
color
name. Let me take
commentary.
this
Yep,
out.
yep. And also, make sure you like and share this video. Subscribe to Miss Finns too. And real quick, I'm just gonna. We do have to, as Miss Finn said, we do have Tonk TMI Tuesday tonight with Tonk 7 and myself co-hosting. Real quick, just to give you a quick rundown
Yeah, go ahead.
of a couple subjects, because we try to do, we're still a Dolphin channel, Dolphin centric, but TMI is obviously the name TMI. It's meant for a little more,
Yeah.
real life business, sports related, but kind of real life. So to give you an idea, uh, we're gonna be tonight. We got a couple stories. We're gonna be talking about Allison Felix and her 7 gold medals, 3 silvers, and 1 bronze in the Olympics.
Love her.
XFL head coaching lists. Obviously, I already previewed the first female on the field coach for the San Francisco Giants in Major League Baseball. We'll be talking about Colin Kaepernick and how he doesn't mind becoming a backup now. Our analytics hurting baseball and the changes in training camp. We'll be going through, over most of those topics, including more than likely cause for cleats. We try to do a cause for cleats for some of the lesser known players, call attention to their causes, since the media likes to just focus on the Tyreek Hills of the world and people like that. So that being said, there was
Your
one
final
other thing.
take.
Yeah, and I totally lost my thought. It was going to be a joke, but
Oh.
There's plenty more where they came from.
I'm sure they are. But guys, please follow Color Commentary in his personal channel and also the Fin Tailgate, because they're amazing. Color, you're awesome. I mean, do you have any last words, sir?
That'd be it. Thank you very much. Other than
Awesome.
that,
Well,
thank you.
thank you for coming.
Real
Oh,
quick.
see, I knew you were gonna remember something.
So, Batman stopped by the other night to deliver my prize for winning on their show for 700 subscribers.
Okay.
I won a signed Positive Porpoise hat signed by none other than Aronde Gadsden.
That's awesome.
That would be the hat there.
Look at that.
To show you that Batman and Geo are men of their word. They come through with prizes when they say they're gonna.
Look at that. Show it off.
Cause
Oh,
for
that's
cancer.
awesome.
And there's the signature right there from Aronde.
That's
It's
great.
awaiting a case right now, so I'm putting it on top of my signed Jason Taylor helmet.
Hey, that's awesome. I'm glad to hear that
So
you
shout
got
out
that.
to Batman and Geo. They just hit 700 and they're already on their way to 8. So.
Yeah, today's Gio's birthday, guys. Go to, I think they were going on right now with the Heat game. Go over there to Miami Sports Fanatics show. Gio and Batman, they're phenomenal too. Definitely check them out. Subscribe to their channel. They're bring out great content, not just Dolphins, mostly Dolphins, but they got Heat stuff too and some other stuff. But definitely today's Gio's birthday, so go at least go over there and say hello and say happy birthday, because who doesn't want to hear that? But Color, thank you so much again for coming. I really appreciate it. Have a great night. I'll see you soon, because I'm gonna check you guys out tonight.
You
Take
got
care.
it. Thank you.
Bye bye. But yes, I mean, Shake Money, give me your final take.
Oh man, I think that the draft is going to be boring, which is a good thing, because this is the first year I have yet to see a mock draft yet. I see like usually this time next year, like this time last year, I probably saw like 50 mock drafts, so I know all the players. But I'm like, if my team's not in the mock draft, I really don't want to watch it. You know what I mean?
That's why I haven't done anything with the draft, because I'm like, well, what's the point? We get a third, a fourth, and 2 7s. First of all, the 2 7s, no offense to them, but they're just, camp bodies for right now. You know what I mean? Really, the third and the fourth is the only major ones. I don't know if they're going to package those 2 7s, maybe go to the 6, or something. I don't know. But that's why I haven't really said it, because it just, we don't have any picks, essentially. Like, it's just,
and what's funny is,
well, good.
That third round draft pick is a comp pick, so it's after everybody picks in the third round. So essentially, we got a 2/4.
You know what? You're right. So regardless, we still waiting to like end of like day 2. You know what I mean? Like it's So that's why I was saying, for me, when it comes to the draft, I'm gonna get into it obviously a little bit more in detail, but there's not really that much to go over it, to be honest with you, because hey, it is what it is. But at this time, honestly, Shake Money, thank you so much for coming, man. You're always a pleasure to have it and to bring content. Say that again?
Are you gonna do morning shows again or no?
I'm gonna do morning shows, but because again it's Passover, actually I'm way over. I got some stuff to take care of this week. I can't. But I definitely next week, since it'll be a normal week, be able to do it. And I'm glad to hear you guys like the morning shows. So I'm trying to do it between 8 and 9. I feel like that's a good, morning time. And it was received really well last week and the week before. So I'm excited. I'm gonna try to do this at least 3 times a week. The more I see guys actually and you guys coming in, then I might do 5 days. From eight
So
to
you can
nine.
do pregame to the pre. You could call it pregame for what is that? The Manny
Stephen
Sports
D.
Music.
Oh, clock blockers. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
for Stephen D.
Yeah, yeah. This is the pregame.
Yeah, it's your morning fins with Miss Fins. There you go.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
there
Your
you
morning
go.
pregame. All right. Well, thank you. See you. Have a good one.
Absolutely. You too. Take care. And guys, there you have it. Another phenomenal stream here with everybody that showed up. I want to thank Shake Money. I want to thank Von Joe, Monty Fins, Color, all of you guys. Thank you so much for coming into this open panel. We were able to talk about Christian Wilkins, the draft, free agency, obviously Tua. I mean, I don't know anybody that can go an entire stream without talking about Tua. So of course he's there. But honestly, this is so exciting. And guys, I love the team as you can see. You know what I mean? Go Dolphins. I can't wait till I get my offense. Like once I get my office set up, you guys are gonna see like all my cute little stuff. But yeah, no, I love it. I will be putting in my PO box because I've got some people that ask me they want to send me some stuff. Please, Dolphins related people, you know what I mean? But if you do want to send me some stuff, definitely you can go ahead. And like I said before, hit the like button, guys, and subscribe. We want to be able to get over to 250. By the end of this week, if we can get to over to 250, that'd be awesome. Because the next major goal is gonna be 500. Why? Because we gotta get to 1,000. That's when everything opens up, and we get support. And anybody, you don't have to, but I've been asked, and some people have, so I want to be able to offer for anybody. If you want to go ahead and donate, you don't have to do it, and I'm not asking you or begging you. All I want for you to do is share, like, and subscribe, people, because that's really what I need. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, anybody that likes the Dolphins, bring them over, because this is Miss Fins. I'm Miss Fins, and this is our channel, people. So we want to go ahead and, you know, share the love for the Fins. Wait. You know what I'm trying to do. But yeah, share, like, subscribe. But if you do want to go ahead and help out the channel and you want to go ahead and donate, you guys, I have the links in the description, and also you can see in my Cash App. Everything is Miss Finn. So I mean it shouldn't be that hard for anybody. What is it? Venmo and PayPal. It took me forever to set those up because uh, I didn't want to, but hey, people ask. I gotta give the people what they want. So, guys, thank you so much. I will be trying to see if I can do another live stream this a little later in the week. So we'll go ahead and talk some more. But guys, thank you so much again for joining Miss Fins. You guys are the best. Again, like, subscribe, leave me a comment. I want to see your grades, guys. I'm gonna pin it in the comment section. Give me your grade as far as free agency because I think it's a great conversation. And you know what? I know technically free agency is not over, but it is. I don't see them doing any other big moves at this point, if you really think about it, because there's no need for them to do it. I really do feel like Greer right now wants to go ahead and just go through the draft, see what we can get, and then wait for the cuts. Because a lot of these teams, they're not going to be able to keep all these players. They're going to have to make cuts. So I feel like that's where we might be able to get some gems. You know what I mean? And like I said before, I mean, our biggest needs, I will always say this, we need a veteran in the center. I love Dieter, and Dieter's great. And if we only have Dieter, fine. We still need a backup. So I need a backup. But what I really want is a veteran center, and I want a veteran right tackle, guys. And we need it. We need a veteran right tackle. We absolutely need it. And to me, it's going to be great as far as what we have and what we need. And then obviously the inside linebacker and also the middle linebacker. We need it. It's what we need. But again, guys, this is Miss Fins. Thank you so much for joining. This is the Miami Dolphins, channel, Miss Fins. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. And anybody else, just go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe. Let's get to 250 by the end of this week because guess what? That's just another step to get us 500 subscribers. And then we get to 1,000. That's going to be awesome. And so many beautiful things are going to open up. And at least that's what they tell me. Guys, I'm a young YouTuber, but I'm still a YouTuber. And actually, it's been 2 months. So, yay! Congrats, Miss Fitz. Anyways, guys, thank you so much again. Miss Fins. You guys have a lovely evening. Anybody that celebrated Easter, happy belated Easter. Anybody that celebrates Passover, guys, happy Passover. I'll see you guys later. And you guys, hey, it's all about the fins, baby. It's all about the fins. It's all about this is Tua. This is me illustrating Tua on top of the Dolphins. So Tua take charge because that's what we need. But guys, thank you so much again. It's Miss Fins. Thank you for having me. Thank you for being with me here. And you guys have a wonderful evening. Bye bye.